Little one. Got a little bit better one here. Bit the Fluke. That's a little bit nicer fish. They've been eating this Fluke almost every cast. Try to get another one here. Yeah, they're going after it. Just not getting hooked every time. Here we go. Yeah, they're small fish, but they're all fun to catch. Cannot resist this Fluke. All right, fish in open water with the Fluke. They're chasing some shad right there. And that's about the size of them. Yeah, not very big, but open water fishing, that's always fun. They're chasing the shad. Capture. Let him go. So this is what I've been catching on the Fluke today. They're not huge fish, but a lot of fun to catch. Love fishing for them in the open water with the Fluke. And this is a typical Fluke. There's all different styles, kinds, colors. I've done a little trick here that most people don't do, where I put a little split shot on the actual hook itself at the head of it. And what that does is not only does it give you greater casting distance, it gets that Fluke down faster and really does a great job of eliciting the strike. So when the bass are chasing the shad up to the surface, throw it right in the boils and you'll get bit. And of course, 90% of the time I fish it without any kind of weight, which works great too. Okay, I want to show you some of the style of flukes that I use, and I'm only going to talk about these particular styles. This is what I use primarily most of the time. There's all kinds of different flukes. Zoom is the biggest manufacturer of flukes and soft jerk baits, and you can look at their website and look at all the different types and styles, colors, etc. But this is primarily what I fish, so I wanted to show you a few tips on how to rig them. So as you can see, I have some larger ones here. I like fishing the larger ones. If I'm on a large lake that has threadfin shad in it, and the shad are fairly good sized shad, 2-3 inch threadfin shad, I like fishing these larger flukes. If I'm on a lake that has heavily pressured light, you have to use light line because the water's real clear, then I'm typically going to use a smaller fluke, and I'll use these smaller sizes. Here's how I hook them. As you can see, if I'm going to fish the fluke up against the shore, going through the stick-ups and next to the tools and so forth, I'm generally going to fish it weedless, and you can use a smaller size Gamakatsu extra wide gap hook to do that. I also fish it weedless using a drop shot hook. If I'm fishing open water, I like to use the drop shot hook either through the nose like this or through the head like this. There's no need to make it weedless if you're fishing open water. And then I showed you in one of the videos a little tip that I use. Sometimes I'll go ahead and put a split shot on the actual hook, and so the bait's going to go like that. Typically, if I'm going to fish it that way, I'm going to put the hook in the way like that. You can also obviously use the split shot on your line right above the hook or even farther up there. You can also rig a fluke on a shaky head or a larger extra wide gap hook. Some flukes, the Zoom flukes have salt in them so they sink. Other manufacturers, they don't put salt in their fluke or soft stick baits, or excuse me, soft jerk baits. So sometimes you have to add some weight. You can do that with a nail or a piece of wire, a tiny piece of lead, or use the split shot. And hopefully these tips help you.